forth
Wait, no, wait.
plan?
There we go.
Oh no.
Wrong button.
All right.
Sorry.
There we
Like the
go.
name, the fourth in itself
We'll
is not
cover
a
it
plan.
later.
Hello, everybody. Sorry for the momentary Picasso. I pressed the wrong button.
I'm gonna blame Martel for that.
You should. Everything is always Martel's fault. I mean, sorry. Amadeo, the not captain.
It can be both.
Yeah.
I just got itchy.
Amadeo, Amadeo, oh, Amadeo. Rock me, Amadeo.
It was great. It was a good time. Had by most. All right.
Had by
That's okay.
several present.
Yeah. I can say that because he's not here currently.
He doesn't watch the show.
Oh, no. Don't be Taco. Commit to your bullshit.
What? That's why I said I said it. Because
Say it
he's
when
not
he's
here.
actually here.
Oh,
We'll
well, I mean, I'll
repeat
say it. I'll repeat it.
Say it to his face.
I'm not scared. I'll say it to his face. Pa! Anyway, hello,
Also,
everybody.
hi, Lou in Saunders' background.
He's so majestic.
No,
Yes.
he's sniffing. He's using his sniffer.
Snoofing something.
He's
It smells
sniffing.
like it smells like burnt toast. And I'm not having a stroke.
That was gonna be my follow-up.
Someone outside is cooking something, and it smells like
Are you
bread,
sure?
burnt toast. Yeah,
I used to be a sniffer back in my TSA days.
yeah. That's not the stuff. Yeah, I'm all
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine. It's all fine. But yes, here we are, ready to go, ready to roll. That's not a D&D pun, not at all. Anyway, let's see. Announcements. No, listen.
Discord Christmas party on Friday. Come in when
Yeah.
you wanna.
This Friday?
This Friday. Indeed.
What are the quick summary deets of that?
8 o'clock Central. Come in when you want. We'll be spinning some tunes. We'll make the robots do it. And drinking festive beppies. Bring your own. It is a digital party.
It's a digital
Nice.
party. Bring your own snacks. BYOB, BYOS.
Snacks, believe
BOI.
it or not, will not be provided. At this
Bring your
long
own
distance.
chair.
Bring your own chair.
I mean,
BYOC.
Isra's a
Want to
snack, and she's
Venmo me
gonna
money,
be there.
and then I will DoorDash you food for a small profit.
Oh man. Yes, bring your own chairs, everything. Streamers, candles, all that jazz.
Are we going to be
Seance?
playing any games that night?
If someone with Jackbox shows up, then yeah.
I've got Jackbox.
Trevor's in
Dang.
charge of Jackbox. Trevor's in charge of games. The committee has decided.
The end. All right.
I do have several
Congratulations, you've been
Jackbox, so that should
voluntold.
work.
Alrighty. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we got cooking right now. I think that is
Alright.
Are
all.
you guesting at anything, doing any stuff?
Not at the moment.
Sometimes you do that.
Sometimes I do. I was almost panicked because I was like, wait, am I? No, I'm not.
This
No,
is when
I'm not.
someone comes in and tells you.
By the way, Aaron, next week. Ah! Foxtrot, hello, welcome. This is us. Foxtrot, the lovely Dakota. He also streams things, but mostly Destiny related, I think. Right? I think it's mostly you stream Destiny. So, also,
Streams what is to come.
yes, he's a Fate streamer. Dum dum dum.
Are you ready for that beautiful bean footage?
I think we are. I think we're ready for that beautiful stuff. That thing. Here we go. 1,
It's very
2,
beautiful.
3. Huh.
We call him Delulu Lemon because he's
Ispra's
delirious.
been subscribed for 32 months.
You gotta subscribe to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, we're subscription
It's
twinsies.
positive affirmations. That's what it is. All right. All right. Let's do this thing. Let's jump in. Go for it.
Okay. We tend to think of the sun and the stars as separate. The sun lights the day and the stars the night. But they are all a part of the same beautiful cosmic family. In a similar fashion, so now are our young Orphics. A champion once again receives a divine vision and a dream. Words of encouragement, though also riddles. But in the end, the heartbreak and comfort of a love long parted. At breakfast, served by Tethys at the Maiden's Voyage, Cyprus finds himself in a bit of a panic as, after a miscommunication with Phoebe, he accidentally reveals himself as more than a mere man, sending Tethys into a panic, serving who she now believes to be a table full of gods. Saphire, a former soldier now enjoying a slower pace of life, names each of the Orphics. Pythia, sailor, scholar, champion, and housewife. The sun, which warms, can also burn, as Phoebe, having taken offense at what she was named, lets her temper flare. She tries to get it under control, but struggles as the party heads towards the Temple of Hera. The party are all made to come inside as Hemeta speaks on behalf of the Great Mother. Instead of maternal comfort, though, they are judged. Are our Orphics doing enough? Will they do enough to appease Hera? And better question, do they care to? Back in town, at the Old Hag, the dive bar, a mysterious tiefling Amadeo with a silver-fueled memory offers confirmation that our party is indeed headed in the right direction. To the hawk of the ocean and anchors away to the dangers that await on the horizon.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Did not feel
You forgot to go into detail about the untrustworthy nature of this fellow.
Yeah. She was a real sly one, that devilish lady. Oh, Tethys.
Oh, not
Is interjecting in
not
character.
Tethys. Amadeo.
Oh, right, that one. Oh, no,
I
what
would
was...
never dare speak ill of Tethys ever again.
There was a test. You passed.
I will have to have witnessed her do a crime for me to.
You'd be like,
suspect her.
no, she had a good reason to do it. I believe in her. I'll be a character witness.
It's
Graham,
fine.
I love your comment about Hera.
Just put it in the group pass. Oh, love it. Okay. Let's see. Where do we start on this? Let's do this one. Astrid. You stand on the bow of your ship, the Hawk of the Ocean. You're just leaving the port city of Phoenicus. You stand there with your circular device in your hands. You make adjustments, a few calculations, and look up at the horizon. There we go. You look down at the device again, and you can see, even in the daylight, the arcane sigils that kind of glow just over the surface of it. The little individual notches that kind of move and rotate ever so slightly now and then, like a compass, guiding you to wherever your destination wherever your destination might be. I turned into a beetle for a second. As you stare down at this device, your eyes go into that 1,000-yard stare for a minute. and you think about all of the things that have happened within the last 3 days, all of the intense amounts of information that you have learned, all of the names that you have been called, and what those could possibly mean. As the deeper you stare into it, it seems like the brighter this device gets. It continues to glow brighter and brighter, and there's like more and more of these sigils and symbols that start to glow over the surface of it more than it usually does. And you feel like you're about to fall in. You feel yourself being drawn forward. And then Eric's comes up and she taps you on the shoulder. Captain. So, did you learn anything about where we are going next? What is our next destination?
We should be going near straight south at this point, a little west. That's supposed to be the source of the storm.
She looks at the horizon. South would put us towards the Isle of Samos, yes? But if we go west, there's nothing there. Are you sure we're going the right direction?
South for sure, towards Samos.
Okay. As you wish.
Do not eat the trash.
You look back at
Oreo. That fish is
I was just thinking it was the seagull crewmate. Don't eat that.
going across the ocean, going across the deck of the ship, chasing the flopping fish that's like about to fall off. It falls off. He's gonna become now the new Skrit from Ice Age. Instead of chasing an acorn across the universe, he's gonna be chasing a fish that's just constantly barely out of his grasp. Perfect. Okay. You look back at the Arikitiki device, and as you look at it, yes, I'm gonna change the name like 50 times before I pronounce it correctly.
Ricky Tiki Terra device.
Iki Tiki Terra. As you look down at it, it doesn't seem to have the brightness that enthralled you before. It just happened for a moment.
Okay. Yeah.
The rest of you, as you have begun this journey, what are you doing?
Cypress is doing the usual. Has it been another day, or is it?
I don't know.
No,
It's
I think
you
we
just
just
left. Yeah, you just left.
Yeah. Then probably not the usual, but he's mostly pacing. Continuing to try and learn here and there about the ship, so that if called upon, he would not be entirely helpless.
Okay. The rest of
I guess Laertes would be trying to be out of the way, but still above deck. Kind of just enjoying the breeze and trying to work out a few ideas. If he doesn't have anything else to do while waiting to get where we're going, so he's just trying to, as usual, work out the math of a problem that he's trying to solve, and specifically something to do with Hecate, or Hecate, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay.
So he's quiet, but kind of just enjoying the ocean, enjoying kind of the din above deck, and having his day.
Alrighty.
I think Phoebe's gonna look for somewhere quieter, so if everyone's above deck, probably below deck.
Okay. going below deck, you pass by the various sailors that are currently at rest. The oars having drawn in, they kind of sit and for a moment, relax before they are called to start rowing rowing again. But yeah, you can find a quiet spot here down below.
I think especially if there's anywhere where like maybe there's like a cargo hold where there's a little bit of sunlight that comes through, but it's still kind of away and quiet. Because sometimes there's like the little latticey works.
Yeah, from the top. Yeah, I will say that close there to the center where the mast continues to go through from the top to bottom, there are a few crates and the recently brought up supplies that are currently tied up and netted together here, and you can find that little like lattice work from above to below where you can kind of sit and lean against a crate. You find there's like right next to one of the crates, there's this large bundle of what looks like blankets that are like tied down together. And you kind of like half lean on that and half lean on the box to contemplate whatever you're contemplating.
The misto usually stays above deck, but knowing that Phoebe had a bit of a rough time earlier, she is going to go follow her down to this hold after noticing she's absent. She's a interesting place to hang out. It's better for, the wine or the dry goods than a passenger.
It's quiet and I can still see Apollo's rays. So for now I can mope without affecting anyone else.
Yes, the depths of sunlight are nice. What do you mean mope without affecting anyone else? If something is on your mind, you can say so.
No, we said we would talk, and I'm glad you're here. I will summon an explanation for why Hera affected me so.
Yes, it did seem like you were holding something back as we walked into the house of Hera.
My plan was to not go in at all in case I accidentally spoke ill of her in her own home. I'm glad I did not. She would send peacocks after us or something.
Yes, I'm glad for that as well. But honestly, I think we could deal with a peacock or two.
I don't know, have you ever been chased by a peacock?
This is not an honor I have had, no.
It's not something you really want to do. They're not as bad as geese, but...
Yes, I have been chased by a goose. Have not we all?
So, Hera.
Yes.
She's supposed to watch over wives and mothers. And when I was married and I was supposed to have moved under her domain, I failed at both of those. I thought she would come and offer guidance, direction, or at least an explanation for why one part of that domain did not happen. And there was nothing but silence from her. During that time, I felt so alone and isolated. And why now? I'm discovering I'm glad that I failed at all of that. Because if I hadn't, I do not think I would be an Orphic. I certainly would not have gotten you back in my life. But all of the joy and the hope that I feel now does not erase all the pain that I felt then.
Yes.
And I have not been able to let that go. And that is why I still have complicated feelings to Hera.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry that is something that you went through, Phoebe.
And
You
then
know,
to have Saphira name me what she did. It was like pouring salt into an open wound.
well, you know, maybe Safari needs to learn that sometimes appearances don't mean a whole lot. Not to mention, it's a very cursory look, maybe, housewife, but to me, you're more like the Silenea. That grows towards the peaks, a mile high, yes. It's a beautiful flower, sure, but it is also a potent herb. It's used in many ceremonies, so
If the Misto notices, Phoebe is definitely blushing at that. Well, not everything she said was bad. She did call you Pythia, not Pythia in training. So maybe there is some touch of prophecy to what she said.
we shall see if I ever am Pythia. But I do hope that I get there someday. You know, none of us know what goes on High Olympus. Who whispers in the ears of the fates as our threads are spun, yeah? But, you know, it doesn't mean that our journeys are ever without difficulty. You talked about your struggle with Hera. I'm reminded this. You know, my name, it comes from Demis. She was born of Gaia. She was an embodiment of justice. If she were to look upon what you endured, would she see a just condition? I do not believe it could be so. But I agree that while it doesn't cure the past, I am happy that you're here with me. The Mister is going to look at the interplay of the lattice of the light and shadow. Just get a little bit wistful. Yes. I think I mentioned when I was younger, sometimes I imagined that you and I would go on adventures together. We are older now than little Themisto envisioned, and each of us have become ourselves apart from each other. But it gives me comfort that we're on this together now. It's a lot that we have to face.
Every day I'm thankful that Apollo brought us back together. And like you
So,
said, we are ourselves now, though it took much longer than I ever hoped it would.
yeah. And there's yet more change to come, I'm sure, for all of us. You said being able to talk to Astrid was useful, yes?
Yes. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The way that both of our powders glowed. I felt the way that I did when I'm with Apollo. I could feel the sunlight and the warmth, and Astrid was a constellation here on Earth with us.
This is a wonderful thing. I think throughout our group there is a habit to maybe doubt what it is that we are made for, or what we are capable of doing. Yes. Happily, you overcame that quite quickly. I wouldn't expect less. Astrid now hopefully is coming into her own. Cyprus, I think still doesn't see the inner strength that he has, but
If I have to beat himself over his head with his own sword, I will make sure he knows the champion that he is.
very good. I'm sure he will find it soon enough, and I hope that we can help him get the glory that he wants to find for his love, for his Asterion. He means so much to him. But if the glory is indeed what he needs to reach that goal, we shall see.
And I don't want to have to fight your snakes, but I hope you understand your gifts as well. I know you said it is a challenge to always see it as a gift, but it is.
Yes, I should reflect on my own words, I suppose. When I told you that Hera was not the only divine mother that is out there. It's Gaia and her children are always unique. So I do need to remind myself sometimes that this is not always a bad thing.
And if she made someone like you, then she is truly a blessed mother.
Well, thank you. Are you going to stay down here a little longer then?
Maybe, though it would seem unwise to miss out on the sun that we are offered. If we are indeed standing to the origins of this storm, who knows? I feel like we should enjoy the race while we can.
Yes. Perhaps we'll receive some guidance from them as well as the warmth. And if not, the waves are nice. I think I'm finding that I enjoy sailing.
Me too. Especially the company. I think there could be much worse journeys.
Very much so.
You guys gonna go back up to the top?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you begin to start your journey, I would like for you to someone to roll me a d20.
Ooh. Should we ask the chat to do it again?
Sure. All right, chat. Do the first one to do, what is it? Exclamation point D120? D20? I think it's exclamation point D20. I think.
Roll high for us.
Or low. Ooh, an 8.
That's that's a miss.
It's a miss.
And we get another storm. Ha!
Bad weather we're having on this trip. Are we sure that they're not mad at us?
So Hannah, what do you mean? Oh no, so sorry. Listen, just because I laughed maniacally doesn't mean that it was a maniacal thing that happened. You know?
It's fine. Place turns on map cam.
Grab like
Actually,
25 minis.
hold on one sec. I gotta move some stuff.
I've just got to get this map ready real quick.
Hold on, map cam doesn't zoom out this far.
That's why I had to switch stuff around in my room. That's the real
Just
reason.
the whole bed is the
I
map now.
built the Aegean Sea. I hope you guys are ready. Take you out to the pool outside.
Yeah, this dot is you guys, and this.
You have this tiny eraser head. That's going to represent you. Okay.
Aaron just swapped his bed out for like a kid's pirate bed. So this is the ship.
I put the
Aaron, this is a very long way to
inflatable-
tell us that you're changing things over to a hot tub stream.
Everyone
I have
pull
no
up
words.
your ocean backgrounds.
I have no words. How many points do you have? What's your ACs again? Okay.
Fairly high.
Okay. Hold on one second. All right. All right. As you guys have started to travel, You are going to be approaching the island of Samos, probably within and by the end of the day or so, at the speed that you guys are going and the direction you're headed. Astrid, you, having been the one to plot the course, are you wanting to go to like the first village you see, or are you wanting to go to one of the main cities on Samos? Because right now, I think there's like one, but it's on the southern. It's like on the southern-ish side of the island. Are you wanting to try and stay on the north side, or would you like to go?
Make our way down towards. We're at Finicus, right?
Yep.
Currently.
And traveling south, kind of keeping the coastline to the east in view, so you're not like dead out of the water, or in the center of the water. But
Let's head to Lebedos.
Lebedos, okay.
Just for now, as like a stopping point, and then if the water is okay, then we'll continue.
All right, make a perception check for me.
It's a Pythagorean.
That's technically
We'll just drop Laertes off with the juice
a
box. there.
20,
Have fun at camp.
25.
25.
Yep.
Okay.
Pythagoras is an offshoot of the Orphic cult, so that kind of works.
Every building's a triangle.
As you guys are traveling, staying close to the edges, close enough to where occasionally you can see the line of trees that stand on the Ionian coastline. Most of them are upright, but every now and then you do spy flattened tree lines, similar to the ones that you had seen on the previous island before you had reached Finicus. And it's not like whole swaths for miles. It literally is a couple of 100 feet of trees that are cleared as if something had, just lain across and flattened a portion of them.
But it's not any worse than what we've seen, we're just seeing like the trail kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
After hearing once again about this large monster the gods were fighting, did these swaths of trees that were flattened seem to be in a pattern akin to like a very large tentacle, maybe?
Potentially. Or some sort of flattening, like, burst of something, perhaps.
Does it look like Godzilla fell down and then got back up and then was knocked down again?
Possibly.
Keep Godzilla down.
I mean, I would watch.
Oh, no.
I would watch that tub thumping video of Godzilla any day of the week. So
I will point out to the party, especially to our monster hunting captain, look at the pattern of the trees after what we have heard from the Mister's vision and from the rather unusual captain. Could that have been the arm of a creature?
Captain!
Massive.
Captain! From above. Captain!
Adios?
There's, stuff in the water ahead.
What kind of stuff?
You see him pointing. Debris! I think it's debris! Coming quick!
Is it coming at us, or are we going at it?
Yes.
Because if it is coming to us, then it is not debris.
You take a look, see. I will say we'll just use your same roll so you're not having to just keep rolling perception over and over. But going to the bow of the ship and whoever else is going with you, you do see that there does look like there's wreckage floating in the water.
Ooh. like ship debris, like it's like a ship had been like, you know. Okay. Any colors or like
This,
symbolism?
as you're getting closer, the closer you get, the easier it'll be to see. But at this point, you can just see that there's like wood and maybe torn mast that is floating in the water.
Is that any sign of survivors?
So far, you just see wood and the floating wreckage.
I'll have the crew slow down so we can kind of coast through the wreckage.
Okay. Bringing up the sails a little bit and releasing the oars, you start to slow the ship down as you approach.
And then just I'll see if we can look out for any survivors or anything of interest.
Sure. Everyone
So
make
we
a
coast.
perception check.
We all are, sorry?
Sure. If you're wanting to. If you're wanting to
Yeah.
kind of look out for survivors and such.
7.
Seems responsible.
It was a 19, and then it kind of just tipped over at the last possible
it.
moment.
Well,
I'm gonna
you
start using my regular
see,
dice roll.
at the moment I went to look, the sun it hit Phoebe's it hit Themisto's armor, and I got distracted because that was a 1.
Another part of her armor also hit Astrid's face.
The missile's over here, a shiny disco
See,
ball, apparently.
Mine was more the beauty of the sunlight, and yours was just like, oh my gosh.
Let me just look out for the survivors.
Gleam, gleam,
Very
gleam.
sexily.
But we all know what we were both distracted by.
Yeah.
Just the misto.
Just the Themisto.
Her.
Beautiful.
Holiness.
So, Themisto, what did you roll?
The Misto actually rolled pretty low too, resulting in a 13.
13. So what was Cypress?
7.
7. Awesome. Laertes, what was yours?
8.
I'm blinded.
Everyone is blinded by Themisto's gorgeous Gorgon self.
I like the idea that we're just sort of sailing by. There's a few survivors in the water.
Help,
Me, help,
help!
me!
And they're just like-
look how pretty she is today.
Sure.
The opposite
Really
of a
rocking
siren
those fish
situation
nets.
where the siren's on a boat. Being like, don't you want to be up here? And they're like, yeah. We were shipwrecked.
Oh no, were they shipwrecked because they could see Themisto from the distance?
What's that?
Amazing.
I don't know what it
so
is,
we're
but it's
driving
hot.
into the rocks. Forward.
Okay.
All right. So as you're approaching, you don't
I
see.
lied. I have. Wait, I lied. I didn't put mine together right. It's 15 for me.
15.
Yeah. I just
As-
rolled low, but I still got my proficiency double. So. Yeah.
Okay. The ship slows and passes the debris. You can see the wreckage of the cracked hull of a vessel. This, whatever it was kind of a large ship. It appeared to be probably larger than your own vessel, Astrid. There are no signs of people. You see no bodies or wreckage of bodies, no blood. This was not a... You even see a couple, we'll say you can even see a couple of fish that are swimming in and out amongst the wood, leading you to believe that this is not a fresh wreckage.
Yeah.
And as all of you are
Wreckage.
kind of, yes, I almost said it too.
Fresh.
And as all of you are kind of leaning over the ship, as you slowly sail by, looking over the edge, you hear a thunk, 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 thunk on the opposite side of the ship. And as you turn on your boat, and as you turn, you see 7 Sahuagin that have boarded your vessel.
7 what?
Sahuagin, fish folk.
Oh, sanguines. sanguines, or I thought they were called sanguines.
I don't.
don't
Those.
know.
There's like 4
Fish.
ways
It's
you
a
can pronounce
bunch
them,
of
and they all work.
vowels shoved into places where there's not normally that many vowels.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a
Paladin.
sanguine, but it's like
Sahugin. Maybe it's
if someone
Sahugin.
said sanguine like in an Elven language, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how all of the people pronounce Elven stuff in Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Mordor.
Mordor.
Okay, this will be fun.
There are 4 what looks like regular folk, 2 slightly larger, and 1 that stands in the center with what looks like a crown of black obsidian stone and
Always
a
gotta
large
take out the
rod
mage first.
that sits in his hand.
Okay.
What do you do? What is your immediate reaction? Because you see that they look like they are poised, ready to do something, but they haven't done anything yet. What are you doing?
The Misto
Captain.
is going to say to the captain, you said perhaps we should ask the citizens of the thief what they've seen. Maybe this is our chance.
Would Astrid know that they speak? Do they speak their own language? Would they speak common, dealing with creatures? possibly like
There
this
aren't
before?
too many,
Sanguine.
that you contend with. I would say they tend to not be very sociable. We'll say. So there's a couple that you have come across that will speak common, but most of them are not. Most of them avoid human contact. Most of them avoid contact, period, unless they are after something.
Astrid will put her hands up to Avis, like, try to put her weapons down. We're only passing through, trying to get south towards Samos. We mean no harm.
Passing through? You're passing through our waters. Yes?
I suppose we are. Is there a problem with that?
That depends on what you have on this ship.
How many are there?
You
7.
said 7.
What we have on this ship is your death if you do not get off this ship. Now.
No, human. What we have is what you have. If you do not give us your finest
death?
treasure,
Can I get
then
something
you will
to back up? Oh, sorry.
then you will suffer the consequences. And it will not be us that will seek your death, but the great Unmaker.
Now this potentially changes things.
Who is this great unmaker you speak of?
Can Themisto make a religion check to
Ooh,
see
good
if she would have an idea of what the heck they mean?
Sure.
Okay, okay. 21.
Ooh.
Unless it's just out of the realm of her knowledge anyway, which it very well could be.
Being that Astrid
Oh,
is
you're
coast-
muted right now, DM.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
kidding. I'm muted. I muted myself. That is amazing. Considering the fact that you have studied some religions, the Sahagwin, whatever. Should have looked it up before. The Sahagin,
Oh, whatever you want.
the fish folk, the little fishies don't have a super structured society per se. They tend to be more tribal. So anything that they would serve, you would imagine, would be the beasts of the deep. And Astrid, you would know this as well. They kind of tend to worship whatever great leviathans. The great undoer is not one that you have. The great unmaker is not one that you have heard spoken of before.
Serapis has become strong, and it hungers. So if you want to live, I suggest you give us an offering for Serapis.
Was it the great unmaker that did all of this to the trees?
There is nothing outside of the realm of Serapis. You have moments to give us what we look for. If not, then it will be your own undoing.
She will reach for her Antikythera device. This, and if Graham wants to prep something, he can do that.
What were you gonna?
Okay. Yeah.
It's mostly I'm looking towards the others, going, do we want to take care? Like, it's that look of, can we take care of this, or are we letting this play out? Like, that's kind of the impression he's trying to give.
Cypress is watching Astrid for her decision.
If you want to do
Yeah.
a percept or an insight check on me, then you can know my intention.
Ooh,
16.
11.
22.
Okay. You can tell that she's like wanting to distract or create as much time as possible for you guys to maybe come up with something. Or
If that's the case, that this is a gambit, I want to back up Astrid's initial threat of there is only death for you here. By trying to inflict a bit of unprepared gravity at the one that was speaking to us and try and fling them off the boat. Hopefully. I don't know how close to the edge they are, but I'm just going to try and hit it with a spell and see if that does a thing or not.
Okay.
And then it will drown.
Well,
Wait.
I mean, now you say that.
Still
but you
a
hit
good choice
Doesn't
anyway.
Matter. Doesn't matter how high you are. If it's water, you're still hitting concrete effectively after a certain.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Not that
So
we're that high up, but
yeah, not at all. Oh, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna re-roll that because that was an 11 to hit. So I'll use one of those things that I can do and then try that again. That's better. That's a 25 to hit.
Okay.
Miss.
Yeah.
That hits. What and what is the spell that you're using?
This is dynamic gravity. So we were talking about this earlier. We'll go with the ruling that you would put.
Oh, the
dynamic gravity.
Yeah. Gotcha. The cantrip one, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I still
Okay.
want to talk about it, but just for the simplicity, we'll just leave it
Yeah,
as.
that's fine.
So what did I roll?
Okay.
So it's 9 force damage just from the initial shunting. But you said you wanted to roll a save.
Well, yeah. So it basically, because he was standing within 10 feet of the edge of the ship. So if you're just wanting to fling him back and off,
Yeah.
it is definitely within the your ability to do so. And he does. He goes flying backwards. And you see all of the other Sahwagin immediately react with the drawing of swords. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Can
Captain's
I add,
orders.
just as he kind of
Let's
goes
do this.
flying off the deck, I reiterate, there is only death for you here. This is your one chance. Leave.
Now I really do have to like. You're saying this to the soldiers?
I'm saying this to the guys that boarded our ship.
Yeah, the soldiers, because you just knocked the priest off of the boat, so
Perfect.
he didn't hear anything as he goes flying through the air. Wow! All right. Beautiful, beautiful.
The
All
one
right.
Star Wars one? The
Oh
Finally
yeah.
rolled high in initiative.
Was it the Willem Scream?
yeah,
Yeah, the
Willem
Willem Scream. Hold on, I think I have. Do I have that? Yeah, I do.
Scream. Yeah.
I mean, I have.
Terrible.
Technically, I have both because I also have
This-
that one.
I like that one.
Especially coming out of that very serpentine voice of
Do you think that's a serpentine voice?
No, that was just the first thing that popped into Trevor's head.
All right.
That guy, once again, is going to have to sleep with his eyes open.
Okay,
Oh, no,
before we
we're gonna
start
have to have an
combat,
HR
Sleep
meeting
so
on this ship.
Rarely with my eyes closed.
would
You have a
we have been able to assume that Serapis and the Great Unmaker are the same person? Right.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Does Serapis come to mind as something that either of us might know?
Astrid, yes.
Hope that's a good
This
thing and not a
this
bad
name
thing.
this name as he goes flying off after Larity says his liner and then goes and flings him off. This is the name of the creature that nearly undid your ship not too long ago.
Is it the one that killed my bird?
Yup.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh God.
Yup.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're not fighting
Backstory.
it right now, maybe, but yeah, backstory stuff. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
Give me. I tell you what. As I get this stuff ready, because I did not foresee this happening right now. We're gonna go on a quick little break because it's. I know it's already only 8, but
If you didn't plan this, that means Hannah. What did you do?
Hannah did a great thing. So thank you, Hannah. Give me like 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. I just gotta set everything up real fast. So if you need to go pee, now is the time.
I've been waiting for this.
And we're back. No warning. Here we are, loud and proud. Wah! All right. Let me go ahead and switch this to the appropriate battle tunes.
Oh, I guess I
And
should
all
be
of
doing
that.
the punchy thing.
I
so
was
I'll
gonna
leave that
say,
to
wait, that's
Phoebe.
my thing.
Sounds great.
That does sound wonderful.
Orange Jamaica.
There we go.
I got orange soda.
All
Not
right.
quite the same.
Let's do this.
I had some orange
Battle
soda
cam.
when I was in San Antonio.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Phoebe has her orange crush.
Okay.
Got my soda.
Okay. What was everybody's initiative? Because I hadn't started the thing yet, so it didn't. If you did it online, it didn't save it. Astrid.
I am not prepared. I am not prepared. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. Then I'll
17.
go with 17. All right. Perfect. Phoebe.
21.
21. Themisto.
3.
3. Laertes.
It was a 9.
9. Beautiful. Cypress.
19.
19.
19.
Outsped by the monk.
That's for you.
Okay, this is going to be 0.
Map cam is wonderful.
Yeah,
love
isn't it
map
fun
cam.
to be gaming on like actual minis? It's almost like we're around the table
I
together.
adore it, and I also very much adore the fact that I get very stressed out when there are digital maps and I have to move myself because I have too many things to keep up with.
Oh,
So
yes.
the fact that I can tell Aaron to do it for me,
Thanks.
you're the best.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Okay.
You really are. It's a good
Okay.
game.
Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm not sweating, you're sweating. All
Breathe,
right.
Aaron. Breathe. Breathe.
First
Sweat,
up
sweat,
is-
sweat.
Don't worry, it's happening. As Phoebe, you are first to go. We have you right here. This is Cypress. I have Astrid, Laertes, and Themisto. I guess, we should have a few members of your crew as collateral damage because that's fun.
Oh.
We'll put some people here.
That is. I
And
never want
here.
to hear you use those words to
And to
describe
think, Themisto, we
Astrid's
could have
crew.
missed this fight if we had stayed down in the hole.
These are none of these are my my.
You guys could be
my main
macking
crew.
right now.
They're all rower 1, 5, 7.
We have Eric's. Here we have what's his face?
Oriotes?
Nikolaos. No, Oriotis is
Oh,
up the mast. So
Nico.
yeah, he's gonna be up high where you can't see at the moment. So don't worry about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really going to be involved in combat. They are, for the moment, just going to try and hide for cover, just because I don't want to go through 700 turns.
Yeah.
Phoebe, you are up first. We have these two are like these four here are grunt-looking Sahuagin. These two here are slightly beefier looking, and then the other guy is currently going into the water.
He's still falling.
Still falling.
I would like to maybe read over this because radiant symbol always gets very, very confusing. Okay. I would like to use radiant sunbolt on one of the beefy guys in the middle.
Sure. We'll say A or B.
B, and that is going to be a 25 to hit,
That hits.
and that is poopy damage. 6 points of radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage.
And then I am going to run up to the grunt that's on the same side as me, and I want to kick him really hard.
Sir.
Oh, okay.
But that is only a 12.
That misses. Oh no, that hits. That hits. Sorry.
Sweet, he's a little weakling. That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
And which one you're going to? We'll say that this is C, and D. So you want to go to this guy over here?
D.
D over here. All right, run over here. Eric's just fell to her death off the deck.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Beautiful.
Don't get flanked. It's horrible.
No, I was going for the one further over, not the one next to the beefy guy.
So okay, so
That guy.
C.
Oh, sorry, I got it swapped. When you
No,
said
you're
it.
good. You're good. You're good. You're good. C. You go over here and you smack. And you said 8 points of damage,
I'm going to kick him in the chest.
and that was a 12. You said right?
Mhm.
Dope.
12 to hit, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
You see, he has already pulled out this wicked, rusted-looking sword. You can see parts of like barnacles and stuff on it. Interestingly enough, as he had pulled it out as you're running forward, you see that the edges of it look extremely sharp, but the blade itself looks like it fallen to the bottom of the ocean. But these are definitely wicked-looking blades, so you're probably gonna have to get a tetanus shot. Just saying.
Man, they haven't been
Well,
invented
we're
yet.
out to
I was going to say that
no.
if you know the
That's not
mass-produced
gonna be good
penicillin
for
until
us
World War II.
All right, that ends your turn.
Yes.
All right, you run forward, kick him in the chest, and he kind of takes a step back, presses up against the back railing. As you hear the splash of water of the central priest as he had fallen overboard. That brings us up to Cypress. You are next. You are currently right here.
All right, Cypress is going to first. His eyes will glow, and his hair will flow as if with a burst of air, and he is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Shield of Faith. All right. Is that concentration?
It is,
All right. Concentration.
and he will charge right up to the big buff guy.
All right. Oh!
Should have listened to our captain, and he's going to attack him.
All right. Go ahead and attack him.
That is 13 plus 6, 19.
19 hits.
Yeah.
Astrid, you'll be up next.
That's cocked. 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage. All right.
All right. And since the Shield of Faith was a bonus action, that is my turn.
Alrighty. Sounds great. That ends your turn. Astrid, you are now on deck.
Astrid's going to step forward 1 block, raise a hand, and with the other hand hold her star map. And a sparkle of like constellation will ride from one arm to the other and blast out in a guiding bolt.
Nice.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
14 hits. Which one are you aiming at?
We'll do a grunt.
One of the grunts. So it'll either be E or F.
Let's get the big guy.
Okay. So this guy over here.
Yeah, let's get the big guy. Yeah.
All right. So you're going for A. And you said how much damage?
That's gonna be. It's rolling. 14 damage.
14. Nice. The blast goes across the ship and strikes it in the chest. So as it like hits him, it bursts in these like starry sparkles. They kind of look like a sparkler went off. Just kind of goes scatters across everywhere. The immediate vicinity.
And then she's going to cast, as the residual energy light kind of fades, She grabs her. Oh shoot! Wait, no, she doesn't have her. He doesn't have her spear anymore. Never mind. That's it.
Okay.
What happened to her spear?
She planted it in the ground.
Oh.
That was a permanent thing.
Iskra, as you is sorry, Themisto. Iskra. What? How am I doing here? She flashes in from one dimension and gets pushed out the other one. She's in the. She's in. She,
Atet?
she's
If
having.
late game Iskra's here, we should be fine.
Okay. I would say Themista, being that you are at the edge of the ship, something in the water catches your eye. You see moving around the side of the ship a massive looking dark shape with a fin that cuts through the surface of the water like a knife as it just kind of starts circling around the back of the ship.
Oh no.
But just that's all you see right now. Because it's not your turn. And now it is all of the Sahwagins' turns. Okay. The one that just took the bolt is going to run forward to you, Astrid, and is going to make a multi-attack on you.
She'll raise her star chart as a shield.
You see it swing at you with its spear. That's going to be a natural 20 to hit on that one.
Oh no.
I would like to use Chronal Shift to just unmake that happenstance.
Beautiful.
It has to reroll.
Bless you and your math.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. With its blade, it is going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And as it goes through one with its swing, you see it brings up its clawed hand with its other one and swipes at you. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 points of slashing damage with its claws.
Cool.
That ends its turn. B is right there with Cypress, so it's going to do the same thing. It's going to make its sword attack, which is a 6 to hit. Clanks off your own, you deflect. And then it's going to use it's going to try that same spear, the same sword again, to do its double attack there. And that's going to be a 16 to hit, which I think misses, correct? 2 quick sliding strikes, whoosh, whoosh, as it tries to go for these really heavy hits, but you're able to deflect one with the shield and block the other with your own blade. The C is here. It's going to attack you also. It is going to be a 14 to hit. That's also misses. This little guy here is going to attack Phoebe. And it's going to do 1 strike for a natural 20 on that one.
Oh, damn.
But I've rolled really badly. Oh, man. That's all right. 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh no, tetanus.
That one attacks.
Themisto, you know how to heal that?
This one is going to run up to Laertes. He's going to make his one attack. He's going to make his one attack. That's a
He breathes
16,
on him.
16 to hit.
That's literally double my AC.
Perfect.
8 AC.
I've told you this before.
That is 2 points of piercing damage, or slashing damage, sorry.
2 points, you said?
Yeah, 2 points, because he rolled
Laertes is
very
down.
bad.
Make that
Laertes-
saves.
This Sahwagin is going to run. Let's see, what is their movement speed? 30. Okay. 1, 2. So let's see, 5.
We're just
15,
gonna duct
20,
tape pillows to you
25.
next time.
It's going to go also for Astrid. It's going to run across the thing there.
Is that a flank?
I can't.
No.
Isn't
It's just
that
right next to
the
it.
mast? Can it run across that?
This is the mast is right here. This is the grate
Oh.
that leads down to the ship, the lower
Let the
section.
sun shine through.
Yes, that was a 19.
We could have been down there.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
19 hits.
Oh, god damn it. That is 2 points of slashing damage.
I'm okay with that. I'm
Okay.
almost halfway down.
I tried to
Laertes,
help you.
it is now your turn.
I'm gonna need a 10-foot radius circle.
Oh no! Where did you go, my
Love all the candles
lovelies?
you've set up. This is such a delightful
Well,
cabin.
the thing is, I haven't even put the candles on. It's just a little like fairy lights from the wreath thingy.
No, it looks so good.
It's Aaron just glowing.
Yeah, that's what it is. We'll go with that. Let's see, 10 foot. That's 20 diameter, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so we got this. Whoosh.
I would like to try and get the 2 big boys and then the one attacking me. I think I can get that all 3.
Yeah, you do it just like
Without-
that. Mm-hmm.
Getting any of my friends?
Currently, correct.
Okay. I am going to just seeing this guy right in front of me, taking a scratch at me, and just being a little panicked. I warp reality all around in that little central bubble where there's nothing else, and none of the other crewmates are there, and they all have to make a con save, I believe, and I'm casting this at 2nd level.
Dude down below like pokes their head out at the wrong time and
Let's
just
see.
Thank you. Let's
Con
try to.
as in KHAN save.
There you go. Does that make it focus a little better? I think it did. All right. So con saves from A and B.
A to the wrong.
This guy rolls a 17. This guy, B, rolls a 16. And this little piggy, is an 11.
So that's the only one that fails. So they all take 10 damage, and then whoever passes takes 5.
Okay. 10 damage for this guy.
How
5.
how healthy is the one in front of me looking, the one that hit me?
He he does the enemy like but he's still standing. He
Okay.
took the damage, so.
There's this extra channeling of energy that doesn't try and warp reality around it as much as try and keeps it still as I try to inflict stasis on it. So he takes a 1d8 regardless of what happens next, which is a 4 for force damage. Ugh. And he has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw of unnatural 20 on that one. I'm really good today.
At least just on the to hits and not the damage itself.
All right. That is as much as I can do right now.
With that extra little bit, you see him, and his big fish eyes look like they get cracked with, like blood vessels cracked in his eyes. Okay. It is now. I need to back up as the guy who got tossed overboard. You hear this swirling splash of water, and rising from the surface of the water itself on a whirlpool of water is the priest that you unceremoniously docked off of the ship. And as he like writhes, you see him point this rod in you guys' direction. He's kind of been using it to like, as he speaks, like to just gesticulate. And now he like points it again. He's like, yo, oh wait, hold on. It's so much fun. I have to do it.
You have angered Samos, and now you will be cursed until he just consumes you all.
And you see the rod in his hand suddenly start to light up, and Laertes, the way this thing lights up, it is a piece of Old Kingdom tech that he's using as this rod, and you see him point at you, and you can see it start to supercharge as this electric beam blasts out in your direction.
It's not good in water.
He immediately goes. I've never turned it on before.
So I'm going to need a saving throw from Laertes and Themisto as it goes right between the both of you, this beam of light.
What save?
Oh, jeez.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, I can do that. You must have just tell me the damage.
The Mister
Hey,
rolled a
14.
natural 20.
No,
I got a 14.
It's not bad.
All
That's
right.
great for Laertes.
That is going to be 16 points of thunder damage halved, because you both rolled the safe. So that's what, 8 points of damage, right? And then he swings it through the air again and points it down towards Cypress. That's right there, and does the same thing. I need you to make another saving throw as he does this beam of like what looks like electric energy that flies in your direction.
Did it aim just at me?
Yes.
Can I add my Shield Master AC to it?
Sure.
Damn.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 4, so probably not enough. But +2, so that's an 8.
8. Yeah, not enough. That is going to be 12 points of thunder damage
Ow, wow, wow, wow.
as it blasts towards you, and then you can see it kind of like start to crackle again as he's just like swirling on this vortex of water that's keeping him aloft.
Oh, I need to make a con save. Dang. So I need a 10, I believe, because it's half of the damage, right? 10 or half?
Yes.
Oh, not 1. Why'd you keep rolling?
So your shield drops. Your shield like breaks the blast apart, like it like funnels around you, but that like buzz makes your hair on your arms and the back of your neck tingle, and you kind of lose your concentration as you like realize how close you were to being blasted by this thing. It is then as it ends its turn.
then
And then, so let's see, Phoebe and Astrid and Cypress, you hear the doors to the below section of the ship bust open, as if someone had kicked the doors open, and a raging mass like jumps out from below deck. If you will give me just a second.
Raging mass of what?
I will let him describe himself to you as the
Oh, no.
raging mass approaches.
Oh,
nice.
I hope he's on our side.
He's here to kill us all.
No.
Aaron thought it would be fun to share.
It's true. Hello, everybody.
How would you like to kill my player?
One of my rowers has special abilities that have just come into existence, possibly. Like
Uh-huh.
he's here to help.
It's
They
like
were
Heroes, there was an
overqualified
eclipse.
for their
and-
position.
Dude,
He's-
my
I need a-
backstory. I've just been a rower this whole time. No one has noticed.
Beautiful. Okay, so having heard the commotion from upstairs and running up and like bursting through the door, what does everybody see as the door bursts open and you arrive on the scene?
what they see is a 7-foot tall, very kind of diluted, blue and purple, kind of like these dark, cool colors, heavily furred individual with no shirt, just kind of tattered trousers. They're just kind of like a grayish brown. They've just kind of seen a lot of wear, probably his only pair of pants. Has a couple of horns that go back, is just and has very kind of curved teeth. Not the best looking individual, but it's interesting for sure. I'm going to post a picture in the Discord in case
Nice.
anyone-
Groovy.
just to help the description along and to advertise the Discord.
Indeed.
It's
If you want
Kelsey
to see
Grammer.
this great imagination aid, you'll
That's
have to go to our
gorgeous.
Discord.
That's a beautiful creature. So Beast has joined the game.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I
Awesome.
will, like you said, just a jump from below deck. Let me see the map here.
Yeah.
Try to be behind the buff guy that is crowding the ones on the right. So kind of flanking. I don't know the letters anymore.
Yeah. It's A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Okay, I
So,
think it's E.
This
Yeah.
guy over here. All right, charging.
Well, the buff. Yeah, the buff one. Yeah.
This one. The buff one is over here, or this one over here. But yeah, you can cross behind him if you want.
Oh wait, you have map cam over here. Okay, I was
I do.
looking at the stream.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can that way you can click on it and you can make it bigger if you need to.
There we go. Okay. The
So there's
buff
this
one on
buff
the right-
guy.
Yeah, that one.
And this
That
one.
guy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cross. So this, even though it's open right here, it's just it's grading, so you can get over there. All right, cool.
And you will see him wielding a old kingdom tech large apparatus that has a curved, very thick top, a lot like a lyre without the strings. And he will take a couple reckless swings at this Sahagwin. Singwin. Just with like a furious guttural yell at the same time.
Yeah.
I pre-rolled just to make this faster.
Yeah.
Both are reckless attacks.
Okay.
The first one is an 18 to hit.
Okay. That definitely
And
hits.
And the second one is a natural 20 for 27.
Do you
Yo.
need a reckless attack? Because you are flanking the guy.
I mean,
It's just for flavor. I'm
Yeah.
happy to be hit. But thank you. So that's 14 on the first attack.
that hits.
Dang.
No, I mean like 14 damage. For
Oh,
the first
14
attack.
damage. Oh, okay. Whack. he just like you see the fish thing look over here and it like takes such a strong whack forward that it like starts to crumble towards the Misto. The Misto, you kind of have to like brace yourself from this thing falling on top of you from it just going poof.
And then the second attack that I will, since it's like curved at the top, like this lyre, almost like this kind of cattle prod, I am going to stick it in the back of like the cervical vertebrae on the back of its neck and like spin it around so that it is now facing me.
Beautiful.
And with these attacks, I will activate the feature that is called Ancestral Guardians. But what you all will see is this haze starts to emanate from this maul, this weapon that is pink and easy and misty, and it almost becomes the image of a snake encircling a sun. just kind of traveling through the rest of the friends. And that will
Nice.
be my turn.
Yes. All
Sure,
right.
Phoebe and the Mister like that.
Hunter is a shipper, confirmed. We'll send you a t-shirt.
I'm here
I
for
mean,
the t-shirt.
to be fair, to be fair, Hannah started shipping first, so we have to make 2 shirts.
Oh, don't worry. We've got
We got the
off
list.
screen. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Hunter. That ends your turn. So let me pull my thing back up again. Themisto, it is now your turn.
Okay. Seeing, well, just narrowly averting it being blasted by this ray from this priest who got ejected from the ship a moment ago, Themisto is going to hold her sword aloft and shout out to Gaia, and she's going to say, Gaia, take the words from this man who would say that Serapis is greater than you. And she'll direct the sword down and point directly at the priest, casting silence. And so you see the wind pick up like earthy debris that shouldn't be possible to be here on the water and blow past everyone and kind of like bombard the student in the face. So I'll be
Nice.
casting silence, and the area is going to be so that it is not, it's like begins at the edge of
the
our
ship.
and goes back.
Perfect. What's the size range of that?
It is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Cool. Dope. Ooh. Almost knocked literally everything over. Okay. Dope. You see this enveloping gust of dust. This seems to just, like she said, apparate out of nowhere. You see the sparkles of light that kind of start swirling about before they become solid little motes of earth, and they just kind of create this vacuum of air. You can see the creature just kind of start looking around like, what the? Beautiful! All right, that ends your turn, so we are top of the round now with Phoebe.
Okay. I want to hit the guy that I've already hit with my staff.
Heard.
Is going to be... That's only a 10.
10 misses, so it brings up its hard fish scale armored side and just kind of like it strikes against it.
Okay, I'm going to flurry of blows, and I'm going to try to kick it and then punch it.
Kick it, punch
That is a 15
it. 15.
on the first, which
that hits.
is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then 22 for another 7 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
I want to knock him off the back of the ship.
Nice.
Just like uppercut, and he like starts over and off.
And it hits the water.
Yep.
You, with that last kick, we'll say as he gets thrown over the edge, you hear this really loud, resounding crunch as you had broken something within it, and it like falls over the side.
All his little fishy friends are going to eat him. Because that's how the ocean works.
Confirmed. Sahuagin have hive mentality. For those of you who play Destiny, you know what I'm talking about. What is it? The sword logic? They have sword logic mentality. Beautiful.
When Phoebe uppercuts this guy off the deck, can it be like in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, and we like see the same shot from like multiple angles in slow motion?
That, like, sharp,
But weirdly, in
sharp
some of the
sound
shots,
coming
she's
shot.
doing the splits, and other ones she's not.
Across the screen it just says KO.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Let's see. There's even, what is it? It's that little bit of the shooting and going like the Team Rocket sound as it goes away. Yep. Okay. Let's see here. All right. That ends your turn. It is now Cypress. Cypress, your turn.
Shall swing again at the big guy.
All right. Swing at the big guy.
Oh, what? Damn it! That's a 2. Doesn't
Two
matter
miss.
what boost I get to it.
You hit the blade, it also like parries your own blade as well. It seems like you two are. It looks like very much like Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, kind of like ching ching ching. The blades going back and forth. All right. Anything else you're wanting to do, or does that end your turn?
I shall attempt to shove him
Okay.
with Shield Master. So I'm going to make a athletics check against his athletics or acrobatics.
Perfect. He rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10 plus 6.
Oh. So because he is right there at the edge, are you going to try and throw him over the side of the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was deciding, but that makes the most sense.
All right. So we'll say you kind of subpoint him there.
After he parries my dagger, my sword, I just come in with the shield and smack him in the side of the head.
Nice. All right. Well done, well done, well done. To keep finding the encounter. Okay. As he falls over the edge and splashes into the water, you kind of for a second look over and you can start to see the fin of a giant, like, we're talking big, great white level shark that's just kind of starting to come around the back end of the ship in this general direction. I had literally put it away thinking I'm not going to have to use this for a little bit, but in our last campaign, Kindred got me a shark. For whatever reason, he got me a little plastic shark, and I
Why,
was so
Kindred?
excited
Why?
to be able to finally use it. Yeah. And I don't know what happened to it. I was like, I had it around me forever. It's fine. It's fine. The one time. Okay. Cypress, that ends your turn. Astrid, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can you point to where I'm at?
Yes, you are right here.
Darker figure right there.
Yep. You are surrounded by allies, it would seem. This is you right here.
Okay. The one to the
I just don't know why it's not.
the white one to the, like behind me.
Just
Yeah,
behind
that's
you,
a
yeah.
baddie.
Yep,
bad guy.
it's one of the smaller ones, yeah.
Let's do a short sword attack on them.
Short sword! Go for it.
No, it went from 20 and then hit the edge and like slowly tipped over to a 2. That's a 6 to hit.
6 misses. It parries your blade off as well.
I'm gonna do a bonus action starry form archer.
Okay.
Woo!
She is imbued with that same magic that she had when she fought the Eater of Souls with our party.
Nice.
She's going to just start to be filled with that energy and make a blast towards the one that is still in the air that Themisto had hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This one over here.
And I can do an attack there with it. That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And that'll be, come on, 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
It's like a guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Radiant kind of-
This arc of starlight. It looks like a little shooting star that just erupts from Astrid as it goes flying across the air and strikes through the bubble of swirling vortex. It doesn't even seem affected by it at all as it just like goes straight to its target. Nice.
That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Panning over here, we're gonna say we'll say because Cypress is right there at the edge. You see that giant shark has finished moving its way this direction, and the body of the Sahuagin that Phoebe had just knocked overboard is just kind of floating face down in the water. And you ever seen like the koi fish at a pond that's like swallows a little piece of bread or something? It just kind of like you see the water go like that. This jaw just kind of comes up from below, and you just see it go disappear beneath this giant shark as it continues to swim towards what the other person that is there as well, and he's like swimming back over to the edges of the ship. It is now all of the
Guess he's not on their side.
all of the Sahuagin's turn.
Cookie's on the side of food.
So we're gonna move this back over here and do this nice and quick. Okay, the one that is over here is now turned around facing Hunter. It is going to make a claw and a bite attack at you. As it's like this close, it's not gonna try and swing. It's just gonna like slash, and then like you see its mouth open and it has like shark teeth for a fish, like a piranha.
Okay. I will happily remind you I did attack recklessly, so you have advantage against me.
Okie dokie.
No, our buff beef.
Claw attack is an 18, and
Yeah,
then
that hits.
the bite attack is a 15.
Misses, actually.
Okay, so the claw attack is going to be a whopping 5 points of piercing, slashing damage, slashing damage. As it goes, rakes across your face, and then tries to bite at you as it like tries to engulf your whole head. Just like and you just kind of pull back just enough. It goes. Sounded like a loud trap going off right in your face. Okay. Then B is now in the water, and he's going to. You see him start climbing back up the ship, so he's going to start using his movement, and it will take all of his movement to get out of the water into the side. Here they are. So he's going to be right here at the edges of the water. Okay, that's him. D is. C is gone, so it's just D. D is right here next to Cypress, so he's gonna make his one attack on you. That is gonna be a 15 to hit.
Me?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Clang right off the armor. E is right next to Astrid.
Shield of Faith never lasts long, but at least the AC's good anyway.
Yep. That is an 18 to hit. Astrid.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Does hit.
7
Or
points.
60.
Okay, 7 points of slashing damage from his one.
Ow.
Yeah, he actually hit almost max. I think he actually hit max. Yeah, almost max damage.
Wait,
So-
Astrid's down?
no,
No.
he just
It's
an
not
owl.
looking good.
And then the
Oh.
one that is now was facing Laertes turns to this giant beast that's gonna try and attack him too, because it's like a louder, bigger threat.
A louder threat.
That is going to be a 9.
You have advantage.
That was with advantage.
Okay, that's really sad.
I would like it pointed
I'd be
out
like,
that
"Oh,
would
God."
still hit me.
Yeah, it's like
No.
tries to strike you, and you kind of like just sidestep enough to where it just goes whoosh right past you and just look at it. Laertes.
Give
Go
it
ahead.
like a big grunt, just like full nostril. Animal.
Nice. Laertes, it is now your turn. You are
For my
right.
own fun and
there.
amusement, what was the spell the Misto did? What was the physical thing that happened?
Silence, I think.
Silence. Yeah. Yeah,
Somebody
just
did, I think.
oh me.
No,
Oh.
Themisto. I'm trying to understand what the spell she did to the floaty boy.
Yes. Do you want to know, like, flavor-wise, what I did?
Yeah,
or what
flavor wise. I want to know what happened around him.
Okay, yes. So you saw a bunch of like detritus, like a bunch of stuff got picked up and just carried by the wind, and like pelted him in the face. Like if you're walking in a sandy place and then you're like, oh gosh, because like there's all a bunch of grit and stuff in your eye. It's like that. She was like evil Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man and
Nice.
put some dirt in his eye.
I love you so much.
That is an amazing,
As all this particle swirls in and peppers and hits this person, Larry just takes the moment to accelerate all that angular momentum as he tries to churn the local gravity around this creature, using all of this as more just, well, I guess like gravitational sandpaper to try and just shear this thing apart as I once again attempt to magnify gravity at third level.
Ugh.
All right, let's see this guy. What's the save on it?
It is a con.
Constitution save.
That's better damage.
Ooh.
That is a 10.
He fails, so he takes the full 18 force. He's going to take another 1d8 of force, which is only a 3, but total of 21. And he's going to have to make another con save.
Constitution save of 14.
Fails. He is now in stasis.
Ooh.
So as all of this gravitational anomaly warps and shifts and shears around him, just stripping scales off. You ever seen in a fish tank where it's just like filled with gel and everything kind of just stops? All that little sand particles, detritus, scales, sheared off action. The lightning rod he's holding is frozen in mid sort of Tesla coil arc as he kind of just stops there for a moment. And he is paused. Rather, he is restrained until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Nice.
I know you're reading notes, but you definitely look like a cat who's like spotted a bug on the wall.
It's because it's the DM screen I have up here, and it's got what restrained means, and I was just making sure. Okay.
This is why you study math, and that's why math is important, people at home.
Right? For real.
Remember your formulae. Destroy your enemies.
Yeah, remember, kids, it takes 3 fish monsters to make a snowman.
Nice. All right, that brings it to its turn. Being restrained, it can still speak, right? I'm thinking of paralyzed. Yeah.
I have to look up the exact condition again.
Yeah. It just fails dexterity and strength saving throws. Attacks against it have advantage, and it is incapacitated. Oh, incapacitated is a separate thing. Sure, can't take actions or reactions. Okay, so it can't do anything. Dope. It is frozen there. It's skipping its turn. You can just see it you can see its eyes kind of like move as it's just frozen in place in the air. You can see the water still around it splashing awkwardly against its frozen form. Or actually, I kind of like the fact that the water swirls up to a point and is now also frozen within that same little bubble. So beneath it is still like swirling around and around and around, but then as it gets within that orb of effect, it is frozen. That means it is now Hunter's turn. You are right there. So you have this baddie and this baddie.
Okay. I will lean forward, like uncomfortably close to this guy. No. And I will attack twice, recklessly, even though I'm flanking. I pre-rolled, and I'm very pleased with myself because this never happens before, so I'm just going to get very pompous about this.
Okay.
I rolled another natural 20.
Nice.
And a natural 19, so for 27 and 26, respectively.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, I do want to ask, when you roll critical hits at this table, do you double the dice, or do you do like max damage, then roll the dice? because there's like 2
Um,
common ones.
I mean, it's normally
Double dice, I
Double
think.
dice.
Double the
Yeah.
dice.
Double dice. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it's doing. So cool. The critical hit damage was terrible though. So they are both 12 damage each. So 24
Well,
total.
Hold your horses, because the first one is smashes through his skull. So we can save that other one for the little guy if you would like,
Just a
because
little
this
fishy pate for dinner.
yeah this one that's right in front of you, only 7 hit points left. So that first attack that does him in. How would you like to do this?
I would like to actually swing like a huge home run derby swing from left to right through that guy to hit the other one.
That's awesome.
So most of what the second guy is being hit with is the spine of the first guy.
I will have you know that the second guy also only had 8 hit points.
Okay.
You
Well,
went full predator.
I'm in a
on
mess.
you.
But you hit someone so hard that you still cut them in half with a blunt instrument.
So how would you
scattered
like to
these
do this
two.
twice?
okay.
Actually-
just follow. It's just
Yeah.
a follow through.
Yeah.
At that point.
Are you going?
I
You said
will-
left to right or right to left?
You know, it doesn't matter. Really,
does.
at this point.
No, it does.
Oh, then I would have attacked the big one first. So left to right.
Rats. Because
Why?
nothing. That's fine.
Did you want to scatter guts on one of us?
Astrid's right there. So I was like,
No.
if you go right to left, you just got sushi'd all over you. But if you go the other direction, it just goes all on the deck. It's just like
I'm
fish
totally,
guts. Goes,
I'm totally picturing the Mortal Kombat X-ray attacks.
yeah,
that just zoom in,
since-
slow down.
that guy's both toast. Go ahead.
Since the Misto, I believe, is right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
After I do this, I'm just going to, in my kind of lean forward state of, I saw this going differently. I'm Penthos.
What name was that?
Penthos.
Can you
I'll put it
spell
in
that? Thanks.
Chat.
I appreciate it.
Penthos.
There it is.
In the house.
The Misto's gonna be caught a little off guard.
You ever see someone who can't smile try to smile?
Oh, that's
Like they just got braces off and they don't know how to like their lips move properly anymore? It's like,
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
and movement. I will. I'll flank with Astrid. So I'm gonna hop over this thing and get on the other side of that one. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
What's that guy's reaction to what just transpired?
Can I make an intimidation?
Have you ever
check?
seen a fish poop?
Would you like to make an intimidation check?
Honestly, kind of.
All right. Good for it.
Okay.
Like,
That's a 0. 2 minus 2.
all right, cool. You go over there, and it's just like, but you can see its eyes kind of looking down at the remnants of its companions, right there. And we're at Themisto's turn.
Okay, perfect. The Misto, where is Astrid in relation to me?
Right next,
Exactly.
right here.
Too far away.
Like
Right
right
there?
beside me?
Yeah, basically right there.
Fantastic. Okay, well, in that case, I'll just turn to Astrid, seeing that she's been taking a few hits. And if I can identify one of the spots that she's wounded with the flat of my blade, I'll touch it against her real briefly. And you can detect Themisto whispering something, and her normal little bit lengthening on the S's kind of turns into more of a buzzy sound. and her religious supplies, where the jars of honey are kept, a little cluster, just like a few, like maybe 5 to 7 honeybees fly out and land on the wound and group together and all like kind of hover and shimmy. And Cure Wounds is cast on you. And as they leave, that wound is not so big a boo-boo.
I love that phrase. Not so big a boo boo.
He hisses my boo boo better.
Hissed your boo-boo.
Buzz the boo boo away.
Leave
Amazing.
the boo boo. No.
Amazing.
That was cute.
Okay, so you get 10 points back.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And right as she completes this, she is going to acknowledge Penthos and say, Temisto, and continue the fight.
Alrighty. We now go over to the top of the round with Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Okay, this guy's still in front of me. I want to hit him with my staff.
Give him a staph
That is
infection.
a 22. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. How's he looking?
You said 7 points of bludgeoning damage?
Mm-hmm.
Because he had not been hit yet, so
Oh, okay.
he is still decent.
Then I shall flurry of blows him. Let's make him a little less decent, shall we?
Beautiful.
Dirty 20
Nice.
for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And then that is only a 12, but a 12 hit last time, so maybe it.
Yep. So does.
For another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
How would you like to do
As-
this?
Okay, so the first hit, I like hit him up with the staff and then brought it down, and I want to kind of kick out with both legs while balancing on the staff. And want to, with that second kick. Actually, can we flavor it since he's dying anyways? As instead of 2 separate kicks, each foot is a kick, and they're just gonna like, again, knock him off, chum in the water.
Sure. Make a dexterity check for me.
Okay, just a straight up dex check.
Add your proficiency.
Okay. 17.
You kick him. He goes flying over the edge just as the other Sahuagin that had been knocked off is about to get up, and they both go poof and fall back into the water, both of them.
Nice.
You just hear the no, poof, and you hear the splash on the water. Okay, cool.
And I do, and as I land down from kicking both feet out, I kind of like, because my staff has been like that, I like do a cool spin and like tuck it under.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds dope for me. Cypress, it is now your turn.
That guy is still restrained in midair, right?
Correct. As you see him frozen up there.
Cypress pulls out a javelin. Hold still.
You have advantage.
He's spearfishing. I love this.
Oh no.
Oh, such low rolls. That's a 13.
We gotta find the next new moon and put our dice out.
Okay.
I've been rolling a whole lot of real low rolls.
Okay, 13 does miss.
Damn.
I didn't
That was
test
with
less on
advantage?
you guys because I
It was
figured
with
you were
advantage.
hitting everyone earlier.
I rolled a 5 and a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Cyrus looks very embarrassed. It's like I clearly have not been training enough with the javelin.
The javelin, we'll say it hits, but
I
it
know
doesn't
what to
do
work on.
damage. It just goes poof, like hits right off of
The
him.
frozen water threw off your like.
Yeah, it
calculations
was the air swirling that
You
then
ever, like-
stopped, and it's fine.
Play Skyrim and you shoot an arrow, but you miss the guy that you're doing, but you hit a goat so far away and it zooms in. Does he hit like a fish?
Yes.
It's a
yes.
flying fish.
Yeah.
Just
It hits
What a
the
great
shark
day. What's
roaming
that?
around the seas, and now it's mad.
All right.
I hope Cypress looks around sheepishly to see if anyone saw that. It's just-
Everyone's looking at the priest in the air.
Everyone
Baby's too
saw
busy
that.
being like, did anyone see how cool my flip was?
All right.
Cypress, I guess, will go up to the other guy then. Keep him cornered up.
Okay. You're right there. Astrid, it is now your turn.
Let's try the short sword again.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's gonna be 4 points damage, slashing damage.
4 points damage. All right. Nice.
Okay. And then that creature's he's still right there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, with I didn't try for advantage possibly. It's the same thing. It's okay. All good. Just
Okay.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Never know. All right. That was it.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. This guy is gonna use all his movement to once again get to the top. You know what? Actually, hold
How
on.
many times do we need to teach you this lesson, fish man?
I love the young people.
Okay, actually, because they're
Oh,
actually
I like
really
it.
smart.
Let's do it.
But having seen everything that's going on, he is not going to reclimb. He is going to stay down. The one that you just hit, Astrid, he is going to try and swipe at you with his sword, which is not going to hit with a 10. So you parry that off with your own short sword. But then seeing that and everything, and Cypress like coming up to him, and this giant beast of a man that's behind him, he's going to like turn and and then like run and try and leap over the side of the over the
Opportunity
side.
attack.
Opportunity attack.
Where are you going?
Go for it if you want. Go ahead and make your opportunity attacks as he tries to leap over the side.
16.
16. That hits.
Divine Smite.
Beautiful. All right.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. That's a
So we
20
only
to
had
hit.
1 hit point left.
What is Cypress? What is how much damage are you doing?
Let me roll all my d8s.
Ooh.
That is 24 damage.
24 damage.
Okay. Since we are now at the World Series, I guess, how do you want to do this, you guys? 'Cause- yeah.
Had tried to real make sure he hits this one and trying to save face.
Yeah, there you go.
You see his eyes flash and a wave of gold goes through his hair again and down his weapon as he hits this sow again and explodes him outward, splash zone towards the sea.
More chum for the fishes.
I was gonna say literally just dumping a chum bucket over the side.
Mm-hmm.
He
Alrighty.
then looks around at the other two, is like, perhaps that wasn't necessary.
All right. Nice. So, that leaves Laertes. What are you doing?
I'm going to continue the trend of just churning up all that water, sand, rock, air current, and just try and warp that bubble and churn it around that guy. As I did the same thing I did before.
Is it the same spell, or is you have to recast it each time?
So the stasis was like a special feature. The
Yeah.
magnify gravity is just a spell on its own.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was like something you were having to cast multiple times.
It's because
Um,
these are not concentration; they're just like
Right, they're just events.
all
Yeah.
attacks.
And he automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Oh, this is a con save though, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be an 18.
He passes, so he only takes.
What's up?
I would like to use a feature, please.
Sure.
I would like to use my Boon of the Forgotten to
Yeah.
cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
So disadvantage on the saving throw, please.
17. Lowered it by 1.
Good move anyway.
You see
Good try.
you see the creature, like its eyes focus on Laertes, and then it kind of like squints as if it had for a moment like got distracted with what it was focused on, and then it kind of eyes narrow again.
It's 7 cut in half. Was that 3 or 4? I forget how you round.
Down.
So 3. Boo earns.
Okay. It ends its effect.
It actually ended the effect at the start of my turn.
Sorry. Okay. Oh,
Not that it
okay.
really changed anything.
No, but at least it will have I will say then it would have like you see its attention focus on you, and then that momentary lapse becomes a little more visible, more so than just eyes twitching. You can see it like focus, lose, shake its head, refocus.
I will give the advantage of the Silvery Barbs because I give disadvantage and then advantage to somebody else to Astrid. As you see, not correctly, but like the kind of like color around a nebula. So just kind of that pink in between the stars of the constellation that you have.
Perfect.
Okay. You see this creature now free of the grass charge its beam once again, looks over the surrounding crew, lowers its staff.
You may have defeated us this time, but you will not defeat Serapis.
Sorry, he's in silence.
What'd you say?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
So we just see.
You just see the fish, the moving.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say.
You see the water go, woof, and it just dives down. So you don't hear what it says as it dives into the water.
You've said your piece already.
Yeah, basically. All right. So all of the fish now either strewn across the deck and or gone.
Is that shark still circling?
Oh yeah.
If you look over the edge, it is
Yeah,
for
because
a
I've been
moment.
kind of on the edge. I just kicked two
Yeah.
guys off.
If you looked over the edge, you'll see that it's kind of circled around the front of the ship, just past the bow. So you can, those of you who are on the opposite side, Laertes and Themisto, you can see the fin disappear beneath the waves.
Oh, so it was not Serapis.
No, it was not Serapis.
Aaron,
Yes.
you said we kind of disappear or see it disappear beneath the waves?
Yeah.
Could I try something?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh God.
I'm going to move to the edge of the ship where it would have been, where we could have seen it start to go down. And I'm going to set my lyre maul, essentially, down and unhook the staff from the rounded lyre itself.
Mhm.
And you'll see some of these kind of Old Kingdom runes light up. And I will cradle the lyre as one would, but there are no strings. And I will start to essentially use my fingers to play it, and you'll see strings as they're being strung light up and then disappear at the same time in the same color as the runes that came up, probably like a light blue. And I'm going to use the Siren Song Lyre as to cast Animal Friendship on the shark.
Ooh.
I do not know if it is a beast, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Yes,
the DC is
it is.
13.
Does that have to make a save for it?
It does, yeah. So I think it does. Actually, it just says. Now I gotta look up Animal Friendship because it's just.
Isn't it like, as long as it has an intelligence of something, then it's only for
Yeah,
like
if the
limited
beast
amount of
intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Mhm.
So, given that,
It's got
if it doesn't,
it succeeds.
it succeeds. Okay. Cool. Well, I will keep playing as
Should-
if
This
it takes a
fin,
while.
yeah, the fin kind of goes down and then kind of starts going back up again. Just starts circling the ship.
And I'll just keep playing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Graham. What are you gonna say?
This will probably not amount to anything, but Laertes tries to basically just yoke gravity around this thing that he probably can't even see, so I don't even think I should get a roll on it, but he's just basically trying to just net that fish and bring it back another 10 feet, but I don't even think I should get the roll on it. He's just going to try.
You mean the priest that dived down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ended combat, so it was like he just
Okay.
yeah. He
It's just
dived
something
down.
that he would try and do. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter that it will auto fail. He just gets to the edge and he's driven more by the idea that this thing just trying to use old world tech to board ships and harm people, and he doesn't want that out in the wild, and he's just trying to land that bass, and it's not really working.
All right. Penthos.
How
Now that
is
you
everybody
have
looking health-wise? Phoebe does have like a gash on the back of her.
Just
hand.
about above half.
saving my life.
oh, that's the Misto, or were you saying that too?
Oh, I was just saying that as a non-character,
Oh.
but I can say that in.
No, no, you're fine. I was just curious.
Who are you?
Do I remember hiring this guy?
No, you've never seen this person before.
No.
You were not amongst the rowers.
Nope.
Well, I appreciate you fighting with us. Who are you? Why are you here?
Penthos is going to continue playing, and to everyone on the ship, it is the saddest song you've ever heard. Like, it's all the chords of
Oh,
heartache.
the saddest chords.
Divine sense.
Okay.
Wait for him to start singing.
Your eyes glimmer and shimmer as you look at this this creature. He doesn't give the aura of a divine being like you have seen before.
Does he check any of the other boxes?
What is it that you see?
Celestial fiend or undead.
No.
We've been mostly using it as a god detector. But
Yeah. Nope. Doesn't check any of those boxes.
I guess it's not a liar detector.
Okay,
Okay.
that was good. Hello. Oh, nice. My name is Penthos. And I have traveled a long way to meet you all. I am sorry I boarded your ship under these circumstances. I've been following you for a while now. I heard you talk of the storm, and I have seen inside it.
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure.
What have you seen inside the storm?
It's only a 9.
Kind of hard to read, I'm assuming. Unless you rolled lower.
No, I should have, but no, it's looks like he's completely genuine. Honestly, it looks like he's incapable of lying.
How far back have you been tracking us?
I saw you all at Finicus and in the Temple of Hera. I've been around for a few days now. I don't know how long we've been at sea, but for
You literally just took off this morning. Yeah.
okay.
It's been
Themisto, you remember upon leaving the Temple of Hera, that moment when you had felt like there had been eyes upon you.
Yeah, I was gonna say when Themisto turns her head at mention of that, and the snakes kind of lift up and have an awareness as well. Just momentarily.
You know Themisto's name. Why is this?
You all talk quite a bit about yourself. It's I listen. I'm very good at that.
Phoebe, make a history check with disadvantage for me.
A natural 1 for a
Oh.
2.
Cool.
So then, you are aware of what we intend to do? What do you know of our intentions?
I've heard that the more I guide you, that you wish to expel a great danger that I know is boiling under the surface.
We know that word, the Morai.
The Moirai, yeah. It's the term for the fates.
My friend asked earlier, what did you see in the storm?
I saw in a dream, a vision given by my god, a great clash, ruins, some sort of structure that I cannot comprehend. I have been around a long time, but I do not know things. I have not picked up as much as I should have. And there's an island shrouded in a thundering mist. Some sort of building contraption at its center. Parts of the island have been torn from the earth. I was sent here to help and guide and aid from my god Lethe, the goddess of oblivion. I am her champion. I will answer any questions that you have.
What are you gonna say, Themisto?
While this has been going on, Themisto will have lit the sensor ball on the end of the chain attached to her very pointy, almost isosceles-like sword, and has been walking around everyone slowly, just kind of taking in everything, and swinging the ball back and forth. And you all feel a little bit better, getting 17 points of healing back as she casts Prayer of Healing.
Ow.
Damn.
Thank you, Themisto.
Is
Can
that
I say, just for flavor wise,
Hmm.
this is for you, Hannah. As the smoke like swirls around like the cut on her hand and it's healed, she's gonna do the Darcy hand flex. Just putting that out.
The Darcy hand flex. All right. Cypress, go ahead.
You mentioned Lethe, goddess of oblivion. What interest does the goddess of oblivion have with aiding us? Is oblivion not what the enemy seeks?
Still playing the liar. It is a funny thing, isn't it? Oblivion, more so forgetfulness. Lethe and her river, before one passes, will be aided in forgetting their memories so they are not tortured on the other side. Oblivion is a mercy, and it has been co-opted in times of strife to indicate nothing, which is only partially true. We have made a deal, Lethe and I, and her interests are something was forgotten that should never be remembered by this world. But someone did remember it. And it must have to do something with these visions, these dreams. I see in your eyes that you have had similar experiences, that I'm close to the truth, where I should be.
You have had dreams as well.
Yes. Yes, I have. And it is not fun, no. I am sorry to have surprised you all. I was hoping to introduce myself a little bit better. But unfortunately, I don't introduce myself much. This is my first time to really do something like this. I hope I'm doing okay.
We're very thankful for your aid.
I appreciate you asking my name. I have not given it. Ever. I am usually called such a creature or a monster.
Where were you before you overheard us in Phoenicus?
Could you be more specific?
You said you haven't introduced yourself in some time. Where were you before your goddess charged you with this?
Everywhere. All over. I have wandered for... His eyes get really big, just... Like a person can't count that high. Kind of like, oh, I gotta carry the one.
You're a nomad.
Yes, I knew.
Well, we are glad that you came to our aid in this time, as there may not have been much to come back to had you tried to meet us later.
And you see Themisto actually kind of like her shoulders go back a bit, like she's a little more exuberant all of a sudden. She goes, there is, I'm sure, so much that we could learn from you then. If you have seen everything. I'm sure you exaggerate a little, but
I have also been attacked by a goose.
And do not worry, we know more than many that monster is a title someone earns through what they do, not from what they are born as.
The fact that
He's gonna cry, like fully, like weep.
Oh,
the fact
Like
that
the
he's
first time that anything like that has been said to him. Sorry, go ahead, Aaron.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say the misto that you cut it, just that, and for Phoebe, the fact that he said that specifically kind of just triggers the memory of like you had just talked about that down below. Themisto, make a history check with disadvantage.
Oh, Phoebe's gonna blush, connecting that like he heard that whole conversation.
oh, yeah.
I guess it's a good thing they didn't stay below 10.
Anthos is like, oh no, wait, there's somebody here.
What was it?
Themisto is matching Phoebe and also rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
Okay,
We're never
for
gonna
her
figure out who
history
you
check with
are.
disadvantage.
Cypress
worries.
will step up a little bit closer to Penthos. You said you've never given your name out? Ever?
My friend. And just really smiles that he gets to do that, like in that kind of Bobby Boucher way. No one has asked.
No one.
He's going to look at you in the way of, it's going to cycle through, isn't it obvious, to a little bit of like an invalidated anger, to pity that you even have to ask the question because it's so obvious what he is, how he feels, into a like gentle sweetness of thank you so much for being confused.
Insight check to see if he reads that.
Sure.
Not one.
Jesus, guys.
The meta layers of naivety in that moment is so glorious.
If
Damn.
Penthos were to catch Themisto's eye at all, you would see that she kind of tightened her lips there during that whole thing too, and kind of looked at him, you know, like, "Ugh, he really doesn't get it."
I tried.
Beautiful.
Do you plan to accompany us then?
I am charged with guiding and helping in any way.
How did you come to be in service of your goddess?
I'm going to put the lyre away.
Takes out the axe. Got it.
Did we
kind of-
notice that the lyre had an impact on the shark?
It's just been swimming in circles now on the side of the ship, close. Kind of. Actually, you know what I'm going to say? It's the wreckage of the ship that had kind of started to like go past. And you remember how the fish had swam around it? It is now swimming in circles. Like just there's no wreckage for it to swim around, but it's just swimming around, and it gives you that same kind of vibe of like you see the fish and the shark just kind of swimming gently there on the side.
Then
When he
I
stops,
suppose Yeah, I was gonna ask Penthos, but I guess yeah, when the lyre stops, does the shark react?
It just kind of starts to drift from that circle and just kind of go about its business.
Oh, wow. Get to talk about myself. This is very this is interesting for me. It's usually a lot of running. And he kind of does that like, half smirk of just like I just told a joke and then like shakes it off. Um I spend a lot of time with myself. And I'm going to pull out this little bronze sphere that has Old Kingdom markings on it. Gonna click it, switch it, and it's going to kind of hover above itself. And in the middle is like a kind of free floating water that then upon opening starts to flow toward the direction that the ship is going. I would walk along the river all the time, hoping one day I would fall in, be brave enough to swim, something, and it would take me away from all of this. All of this chide and mockery, danger, violence, chaos, nightmares. And I would follow the river to an ocean, turn around and go back. And in that time, I heard a voice, soft, not menacing, not accusatory, just... she knew my name, a name I had never given out. We talked, like old friends. I knew she knew these things, but she asked anyway. The last time I got to talk about myself. I didn't have any good stories, but I got to tell them. And we made a deal. I would be her champion. And she gave me what I had longed for in these long walks on the river. And I'll just kind of stare at the river coming out of this device.
Companion.
And I'd like to go hold Penthos' hand in my hand. It sounds like you were truly worthy of being a champion. To take notice and have such a relationship like that.
I think he's going to... Hoo boy, give me a second. Because this is going to react in a way that is fearful, for sure. Gonna like fall back, but is going to, out of sheer hope, just lean into touch. And his hands are huge. They can just like wrap both of your hands in one, no big deal. And they are scarred and calloused. You can see underneath this very thick blue and purple fur that there is scar tissue. There are wounds that are serrated. They are, as warriors, you know that they do not come from someone trained. It is not clean. There are burns. But he will allow you to hold is a strong word, but
I'm gonna
Yeah,
squeeze,
good.
even though it's probably like a finger in each hand.
honestly, yeah.
We'd be honored to have you join us.
Astrid, you see Eric's from the top of the ship kind of nod in your direction, like, she shouts a couple of orders, and the rowers down below start to move the ship as it starts back on its course again.
This is a beautiful ship.
Thank you. I got it all myself. Like you said, you are welcome upon this ship. Our food, our drink. You're to be one of us.
DM, if you don't mind, I'm going to kind of say something, and I don't mean to take agency away from anybody with this. But you see a almost visual, like when you see heat in the desert kind of rising off just because it's so hot. A wave of something come off of him with that statement, and you all feel great sorrow that seems your own, but also very external, like a full wave of just woe hit you. And he has, and I hate to make this sound really cheesy, but like almost like scars, like channels in his nose from that tears have made. And so they just cry. He shakes his head.
And she'll extend an arm out to him as a handshake. Slowly.
And I will mutter under my breath that only Phoebe will probably hear because so close. Okay, just like we practiced. And shakes your hand.
Astrid, Romana. And she'll take your hand and like try to bring you in closer and just go for like a half hug.
You have never smelled anything more wretched in your life. Truly the worst thing ever.
Not
Combined.
even the fact that Astrid was right next to when Cypress exploded a
fest.
fish man right next to her. It's worse than
Yeah.
that smell.
I
the fish smell
explode
has
fish
been
men
sitting.
on the daily, and then it rots, and then it's in the fur. It's the whole thing.
That's some natural musk.
Oh, love that.
We'll take care of you. You take care of us. And she'll step back.
I will just keep kind of muttering and looking down. Can't make eye contact like this whole time. Like everything is just a little bit out over your shoulder. You know, if it's anything, it's just eyes darting. But there's an intent for sure. And we'll look down at this little device, clicks it back, puts it in the bag next to these various baubles that he has. And we'll simply say, I found them. I did it. That's it.
So you were below deck on the ship.
Yes.
What all did... Never mind.
Do you?
We didn't say anything inappropriate.
Do you?
Laertes, you had said something, I think, right?
He would step forward, and as much as he is curious about the baubles, because that's been his a major focus of his life work, his vision doesn't linger on it, and he kind of just doesn't reach out towards Penthos, but he gets within friendlier range. And something most people forget is that Oblivion isn't some awful, evil thing. It is just a natural state and natural course of the universe. It is an elemental idea that is part of everyone and everything. To serve her is serving the greater machinery of all there is. There are few callings as high.
To some, it is peace. I would make a case that and kind of looks over to Astrid. The space between stars is oblivion.
That's just what I was thinking. That's what she was
That's
thinking when
good.
you had described it earlier.
Yeah. So it seems that we need to travel to the west of Samos. There is where we will find what we need. A wall of thundering mists.
This is the structure that you saw in your vision.
Yes. There
Okay.
is something impossible behind this wall.
Cypress will step forward again. I admit there's a lot about what you've said that doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm happy to fight at your side if our goals align. Cypress of Thebes, and he extends his hands. One hand.
You crushed it the last time. Let's do this again.
What were you gonna say, Themisto?
Only that if anyone happens to be paying attention when Penthos describes oblivion as being akin to the space between stars, it seems like Themisto is thinking really hard about that statement. Her snakes are almost like looking at her as her gears are turning.
Self-reflect. Looking
Yeah.
inwards, as it were.
Can I insight you during that?
Sure.
It's canon that Phoebe is perpetually looking at Themisto.
Yeah, most of her perception is spent on Themisto now.
21.
Okay. Yeah. Themisto's not trying to hide anything here. She's listening intently. But you've heard in the past a couple of times Themisto try to rationalize the space between the stars, the firmament as a sea. And so the idea that it could be a void is challenging because then it says something more about what the gods had told us earlier, and perhaps Hecate was merely allowing Themisto to use words that she understood at the time rather than actually affirming her description when trying to repeat back what was being said. So she's not sure what to make of that just yet. But since you rolled so high, you do get all of that.
I'm going to, if I may, clock Laertes looking at the baubles because this is a very exciting moment to share for Penthos. So you see he's gone through like a crazy roller coaster of emotions in this entire conversation, from just analytical to just super sad to excited, and now it's that kind of excitable. I get to share with some friends, right? Like someone
Which
you said
I
a joke
imagine
to
is
someone and they
new.
said a joke back. Oh yeah, for sure. So it's like almost this like toddler energy that you see come over this like thing. Like his shoulders go up for the first time, and would you like to see something amazing?
I was hoping you'd be willing to share. Perhaps we could go and sit. I'm feeling a little lightheaded at the moment. But before we
right.
do anything, do you mind if I to help you with just a small thing?
Yes.
He's going to tentatively reach out. He's doing it very slow and very pronounced so that if you want to stop him, you very, very easily can.
He's gonna watch you, like watch the hand and get cross-eyed as it gets closer.
He's not going to put it like right up in his face. It's more just sort of just off to the side. And he's just going to very carefully manipulate the air and the hairs around the eyes to very carefully and very slowly clean themselves of the tears and the matted fur from all of that. Especially the freshest of all his emotional roller coaster gunk that has just appeared. He's not trying to take away like his sea musk that he's acquired over there. Just trying to
Terrible.
just to
Couple
help
words.
him.
You're literally
acquire some
wiping
amount
his
of
tears away.
immediate dignity.
Laertes,
That-
you have never seen bluer eyes, by the way.
You actually notice for a moment, now that he's up close, when he is doing any kind of magical manipulation, that his eyes go from just a kind of a dull chocolate brown to their own hue of blue. As if there's just a little bit of energy behind the eyes, and he almost seems unaware of it. Like he's never washed himself in the mirror while he's himself doing that.
I think he's gonna linger upon seeing the eyes for the first time. A lot of firsts. Just because it's such a kind gesture. It's a lot of things I think you get. And then he'll take a step away, give like a nod that is more of a bow. Captain, I need a very large container of water.
There's some empty barrels down below. You're free to it.
All right. And then I'll spend like the next, I don't know, 20 minutes getting a barrel, hoisting it over, filling it with water, hoisting it back.
I'm gonna get dunked on like I'm a Gatorade and a Coach kind of knowing
For sure.
which would kill him. But yeah,
I'm going to unhook one of the baubles. And it is have you ever seen like these big kinetic sculptures that people will do on like a beach? That sort of thing. So it's like one of those, but it's of a whale. And so it just kind of moves as you move it along. And it's, again, has that same kind of coloring, Old Kingdom kind of runic way about it. All right. And I'm going to plop it in the barrel. And nothing. And then a slight hum, like a frequency that is a little otherworldly. And then pouring out of the barrel are 3 very large, translucent, illusory whales. Bright blue, translucent. Then moving around the ship as we go along. And you'll see in the barrel that the water slowly goes down as the show happens.
Seeing that this is almost like someone's and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but almost like a child's favorite toy. Is that the impression that I'm getting from?
Absolutely.
He can't do it on the same level, but he will, seeing what you're trying to do or cause, or if this is just like a music box that is playing itself, he's going to make little small pods of, or not like schools of fish illusions to kind of swim among the whales in little pockets, because he can't do it very profusely.
These friends of mine from the river, they kept me company. I always liked being around water. So much so.
I can see how that would be comforting.
And as the show goes on, he's going to use the lyre and he's going to look at it. He's going to pause as he strums the first kind of 2 chords that are very sad again. Takes a breath. Looks at the blue eyes of Laertes and the looking over from Phoebe to Themisto in those kind of insightful moments. The now agreement of the captain and Cypress now looking at a new companion and that camaraderie. And he will play something he's never played before, another first. And if you look close at his fingers, it's like the strings wrap around his fingers to help him play.
It's a small thing. I haven't brought this up in a while, but a lot of the close-up of when he is manipulating the fabric of the universe around him it's almost like he's pulling on these strings that are invisible except when they get very close to the fingers, these little light blue threads of sort of glowing nothingness. And as they kind of get away like just a few centimeters from his fingers, they just sort of disappear entirely. And when he listens to you play and he kind of watches some version of somebody doing kind of something similar, he kind of just smiles and watches. He's never seen anybody else do the same thing before.
What are you gonna say, Phoebe?
What kind of song is this new song you're playing? Is it still another like mournful tune?
No. It's the if I had to akin it to something that we know, is the score to The Shire.
Oh, then Phoebe is going to, I mean, her monk style is akin to dancing, so she'll start kind of dancing along with it.
Themisto is going to ask if she could join in.
Please join.
You'll have to show me the steps.
Of course. If you'll allow me, and I will take your hands in mine. And we will begin dancing.
Cypress will kind of just stand off to the side, enjoying the music and enjoying the scene. But if anyone were to look at him, he wouldn't have any kind of disapproving look on his face, but it's a very pensive look on his face. And he is begins cleaning his thoroughly blooded out armor and sword again.
Astrid and Eric's and the bow of the ship will begin to dance as well. And she's going to look at Titho and have him try to go dance with Cypress.
He comes over, this giant red hobgoblin-y looking. He's the orc, right? The Titho. Remember? Okay.
Red orc.
Good. Yeah. The red orc comes over and does the bashful, like rubs his hands behind his back and kind of like shuffles his feet a little awkwardly. He's like, do you want to dance?
He looks down at his armor and sword, which are probably still quite messy, but he looks up back at this fellow's face, and all right.
Not greasy this time. When you,
He wiped his hands on his pants, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And if a hand is extended to him, he'll take it and join in the dance.
All right. Very nice. So as the ship continues to sail along the seas towards
Which
Sam.
one?
Yeah.
All of them.
As the ship begins to sail down the sea. Now I'm all tongue tied. Anyway, the ship moves.
Oh, it's getting worse.
the ship is
The
making
ship
its way
moved.
downtown.
The ship is doing things. It's fine. Penthos, you're playing this song that you've never played before. Watching these people whom you have just met. Fulfilling part of a mandate you have just received or had received. One of the first that you can remember in quite some time. In your heart, a large beating organ within you that normally feels so heavy lifts free for the first time in a while, enjoying the sights and sounds and emotions and knowing that whatever comes of this, you will treasure this moment, this little brief splinter of time for whatever lies ahead for this traveling band of ships, apparently.
I will mutter to myself. Not even like a mutter, almost like I finally found a lyric. And just kind of sing. Serenity.
And that is where we will end for today.
Yay.
Because I don't think
Cla-
I can top that.
Just to clarify, the whole scene that Cypress was observing, it did not in any way have anything negative to do with them dancing. He's
No, I
more-
know you miss your love.
Yes.
My cheeks hurt from smiling so much at all of that.
It was
My heart is so full.
delightful.
Thanks for having me.
It's from the
He's on fire, that was it.
Yeah.
He just Peter Pans off the side of the boat.
Does this mean that there's a new crew member?
I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. Da 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 da. Wait, where the heck is my? All right, here we go.
It's just a shame when they find the bodies below deck.
You've been eating them.
You saw your crew.
Why
You,
is the-
you lost a few.
I mean,
crew
the missed
members.
one. I did fail some
Why are
history
the-
checks, so
Yeah. Penthos is like, I worship Letha. No, wait. It was Bob. That's what I was thinking.
Oh my god, I love it. All right, yeah, this is great. that was not the direction I was expecting this to go once again. Thank you, Bards of New York, for providing that lovely roll that started a whole, whole new intro that I had not anticipated. That's why I laughed. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. That was amazing. That actually works so well, though. It works super well. The dice gods giveth. It's true. It's true. It's true. But yeah, super excited to see where the rest of this journey is going to go as you continue sailing the seven seas, or well, at least one of them.
Behold, the loneliest man on the planet.
Oh my God. In the words of the illustrious Count Dooku, this is just the beginning. So, yeah, on that note, we'll see you next week for the continuation of this lovely voyage. So in the meantime, you know, stay safe. No, stay safe. Well, stay safe too, but be brave. Forget safety. All that other jazz. Yeah, and beware the ships, because apparently they're just, you know, everywhere. Yeah,
It's an armada at this point.
It's an armada. It is an armada. All right. We'll see you
Our
next time.
fleet shall darken the horizon.
Mwahaha! Mwahaha!